Hey all, and I'm going to be looking at the territory feature and maybe looking at the farm again at the end of the video. I did a video on the territory feature a while back. It had a glitch where you lost all your food. That's been fixed now, so I can have another look at this and talk through my recommended strategies. So this is my progress so far. I'm not doing too badly actually. Nearly got 2 million BR on my territory. So I think to start with, let's have a look at the buildings. These are the buildings I've done. I've not been focusing much on the barracks. Instead, been focusing on the farm, sawmill and quarry, as you can see here. Now the most important one to focus on is the farm. Here we go, let's go on to the farm. The main reason is because it increases the maximum amount of farmers you can use. And farmers are arguably the most important one of the people you should be going for. So this is how I've allocated my workers in the manor. I want the farmers as high as possible, and then the other resources you just have to sort of balance. I don't normally go too high with silver as you can't store much silver. Plus it's not used in the buildings, so yeah, focusing on wood and iron. You always want to keep your farmers as high as possible though. You don't want to go into negative with your food production. If that happens and you run out of food, then this is all going to stop. And that's never good when that happens. So yeah, focusing on wood mainly I think is the best strategy. Obviously you want some iron as well. You don't need much silver. You don't really need the silver in the buildings. But yeah, this will progress as I get more population. That also leads to this with me focusing mainly on the farm to get those farmers. So if we now go over to the academy, as you level up your academy you do unlock some interesting researches. Some of the more important ones are the ones that increase your production of your resources. So for example this one here increases farmer food production. The sawmill here, another important one to try and focus on. You need academy level 11, you can see here. And that will get higher as it levels up I think. Open pit quarry, another good one here. Yes, anything that can increase your resources, I recommend focusing on that first. Then you can go for the other researches later on, but again you need to increase your academy and that's not easy to do. If you go over to the academy you need the central square as well, and that requires the town hall. So yeah, you're going to need a lot of resources in order to increase your academy. It's worth doing though, but yeah, it's going to take quite a while to do. So if we go over to the manor, you will see that my idle population is at 0. You will likely have this happen to you as well. There's an easy way to increase that. All you have to do is go to the wall and take another city. So I've nearly finished this one. Let's replenish the troops and hopefully unlock this. I might run out of troops though, so I need to be a bit careful here. Hopefully I've kept enough troops to finish this. There you go, that was relatively easy. Just going to edit my troops to make sure I've not run out of any of them, which I have. Put the mages on instead. There we go, save that. Let's finish this off. You can see they're relatively straightforward. I lost a lot of troops there actually, but yeah, I've completed it, and you can see here idle population is increased. Let's claim that, and then might as well claim that as well. Complete feathers. Oh, there we go. Now we've got diverse city, so when I need more population I'll go and complete that. Let's go over to the manor. My farmers are already maxed out, but I could increase wood if I wanted to, as I have idle population now 4. I probably don't really want to do that though, as my food production will go too low, so I will wait until the farm is finished, I think. Okay, just another 2 hours 19, or I could speed it up. I still have some of these free speed up items. Have enough to take off all the time actually. So I'm going to do that quickly. So there we go, I've reached the point where I can speed it up for free now, so I'm going to do that. And there we go, that's one way of doing the farm, and now I can increase my farmers. Another 3 farmers, that increases my food. I can maybe add some more wood, I don't know. Probably iron is more important, I would have thought. But there we go. And now you can see why the farmers are so important. Since all of these other population or workers, or whatever you want to call them, use up the food, it's really important to focus mainly on the farmers. So let's go and have a look at the barracks. I'll start with the infantry barracks. Now personally, I think it's best just to recruit the level 1 troop to start with. If you have a look at the stats, you will see level 2 is basically double the cost, but not much of an increase in stats. So yeah, when you're taking the cities to start with, maybe just recruit the level 1 troops. It will cost less resources, I think. I need to test this out though to be sure, but based on the stats, this should be cheaper than go for the level 2 or even the level 3. Well, level 3 doesn't work out too bad, as it's quite a significant increase from level 2, but yeah, you have to decide that for yourselves, I guess. But to start with, I recommend going for the level 1 troops only, and then later on maybe going for the higher level troops depending on your resources. So I will say now, I don't know how the workshop is unlocked. That will probably happen later on at some point, but I don't know how that's done. Also, don't forget the VIP section. If you are using diamonds to buy resources, eventually you will level up your VIP level, then you can buy the gift that comes up. I've bought the first 4 gifts. I mean, I think they're worthwhile. It's entirely up to you if you want to go for them or not. But yeah, if you're using diamonds here, you'll be able to get the gifts eventually. The VIP 15 gift, I mean, look at all that. SSR card in there as well. There's a lot of diamonds, but yeah, this is one of the reasons I think it's actually worth using diamonds here, so you can unlock your VIP level. There's actually some decent items like improved hero packs that you can get on the higher VIP levels. Of course, it costs a lot of diamonds, but that's entirely up to you if you want to go for that or not. So let's have a quick look at the command centre and the central square. I just tend to level this up when I can. I've upgraded that up to level 150. I don't know how high that can go. I'm sure it could probably go a bit higher. I can't upgrade anything else here though, unfortunately, so might as well go out of that. Then with the central square, you can mix and match depending on how much charm you have available. For example, I just removed that gold hero. I could put 2 blue heroes instead. 16 out of 16 charm as their lower value charm. So yeah, it might be better to do something like this rather than having 3 gold heroes as an example. Or I could even do 4 purple heroes like this. I know I can't, it won't let me put the other ones on as I don't have any soldiers, but you get the idea anyway. Hopefully that's pretty straightforward. I won't save that. There we go. So we go out of here. The guild champion feature I've not focused too much on. However, you can claim resources. I don't know why that says 0 hours, as I could claim. That's a bit strange. I think that's glitched up. You also get chests as well. When you get keys, you can open the chests. I don't have any keys currently, unfortunately. I think I might send... I'm going to try this. I don't know what this is really going to do, but something interesting that I wanted to try. I think I probably don't really need to do this, but yeah, you can do that, and it probably helps defend your city, or something like that anyway, if a guild declares war on you. But since no one's really been focusing too much on this yet, I think I will save that for a later video. If you go over to the kill rankings, you will see this is where you get the guild treasury keys. Again, this is not a feature that anyone's really been focusing on yet. I think everyone just wants to build up their cities. Similar to the city war or raid features, I don't really think they're worthwhile for the resources you get, as you're going to lose a lot of troops. So yeah, at this stage in the game, I recommend just focusing on building up your city, focus on the farm, and then hopefully you'll earn a ton of resources for later on, when you can start building troops and test out the other features. Finally, I'm going to show you my progress with the farm. You can see it's level 19, and if I go over to the lab, I've mainly been focusing on the soil researches. I'll focus on the crop researches later on, I think. Yeah, that's how far I've got so far. So a few tricks to this. Always keep your research queue full if you can. You also want to level up the farm so you can buy better crops. Getting rid of these bugs that are on the farm is one way of doing that. You get 1 EXP per bug you remove. You can also go to your friends and remove the bugs, like so. That earns you EXP. And the other trick is always keep your farm full if you can. When you harvest the crops, they give you EXP as well. That's a pretty basic trick actually, but sometimes you may feel like leaving it empty, but you won't earn EXP if you do that, as you won't have any crops to harvest. Another thing I recommend doing is selling your crops as you go along, or as you harvest them, should I say. Otherwise you're going to end up being overloaded with tons of them. Mostly you just get gold from these, but sometimes you get other stuff like EXP. There we go, that's sold all of those. Look at all that gold. There we go, and that frees up a bit of room anyway, so you don't get overloaded with the crops from your farm. Then finally, if we go over to the shop, this is what I can purchase from the farm. Obviously you need to balance it so you have crops planted at all times. So if you're going to be offline for a long amount of time, these emerald gem seeds would be what you want to plant, I think. If you're going to be online and pretty active, maybe just get something like corn or potato and keep planting and harvesting them. I'm going to get a few more corn as I'm running out. There we go. Probably a few more potato as well. I've got lots of the gold value seeds, but not too many of the blue ones. But yeah, when you go to sleep at night, the emerald gem seeds or the peas seeds would be a good choice to plant, so you can harvest them when you come online. And finally, since the crops only really give gold most of the time, I don't recommend stealing from your friends. Plus it comes up in the log if you do that as well. Most players don't steal crops anyway, it's not really worth it for just gold. That's the farm log anyway, if someone's stolen it comes up in the log, so yeah, don't steal crops. Really do not recommend doing that. And there we go. That's the end of this video. I hope that was helpful. Obviously there's more features in Territory still to be covered, but I think that pretty much covers all of it up until this point anyway. If you did enjoy this video, leaving a like and subscribing to the channel is always appreciated. Thank you to those that have already subscribed. There's a few other videos on the screen you may enjoy as well. Feel free to check those out if you want to do so. That includes the original video I did of Territory. And thanks for watching.